What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Camfrey Daniel, aka Big D, and today we are looking at two VR headsets that I have right here. So this right here is my Oculus Quest 2, or as they call it now, the Meta Quest 2. But this is actually the original Oculus Quest version. There's no difference, just the branding. But you could see this is the headset itself. Okay. Obviously, I have protections on it, and I have what they call an elite strap. So that's the elite strap that you can buy separate for the Quest 2. But the original strap, it's like pretty much like almost like one of them belts you put on. It's pretty crap, in my opinion. So that's why I went and got the elite strap. But anyway, that's the Quest 2. This guy right here is, and I never heard of it until I was browsing on eBay and got it for a good deal for Black Friday. And I only paid $44 for this guy for a Black Friday. And this is a $700 headset, and I never heard of it. But it is called the Pico Neo 2. And it is basically China's version of the Oculus Quest. So that was pretty neat when I seen that, and I got it for a huge deal on Black Friday. So this is what it looks like, and you can kind of see the similarity that they kind of look the same, except the Quest 2 has 4 cameras. This one has 2 cameras, but still interacts as the same. This one has vents right here. Quest has vents up through here. The controllers, though. Oh, but one thing. Look at this. Look at this. The strap. This is the standard strap for the Pico Neo 2. My opinion, the Pico Neo 2 definitely wins with the comfortability because the headset is super light and it automatically comes with a comfortable strap. You got the back right here. That's what tightens it. Now the Elite obviously has it, but let's just pretend it don't have the Elite and I have the strap thing. You have to try to adjust it with a strap, and it's annoying. And also the Quest 2 is front heavy. It's pretty heavy. So I definitely give the Neo 2, Pico Neo 2, the point for comfortability. I haven't played it much, but the controllers is a different thing. Okay, so these are the controllers for the Quest 2. Really nice. They have these like infrareds that can detect your when your fingers are moving on the buttons. This is using a different type of technology. This is using a magnetic technology, which not a lot of VRs use, but I heard they're pretty cool. So this use a magnetic field type technology, but it does have a cheaper feel to it, but still, like, that feels pretty comfortable in your hands. Like, feels really nice. So that is the controllers for that. But still interacts as the same. Just both using 2 different technologies. Pico Neo 2, power button on the top, Type-C charger on the top. Quest 2, power on the side, and Type-C charger on the other side. The headset with the lens, and you can adjust it too. Look at this. You can adjust it like that. Look at that. And then you can kind of just hold it. You can't do that with that, but you can kind of just hold it like that. But anyway, here are the lenses. I believe they're LCD, same as this one. The Quest 2 is LCD. You got the sensor in the middle, and you can't adjust the screen like you can't adjust it by sliding the screen like you can on the Quest 2. The Quest 2, if you look here, 2-lens LCD, here's the sensor, and you see a number there that's letting me know. So this is for people that might have like wider eyes. So it's a little, but yeah, you can adjust the lens. And it goes all the way up to three levels. So yeah. But they're still very close specs. The Quest 2 is actually more powerful in performance. So graphic wise, the Quest 2 is gonna beat the Pico Neo 2. But I heard the Pico Neo 4 is very comparable to the Quest 2. The Pico Neo 2 is more like a comparison to the first Oculus Quest, but it is still pretty good. I've played a little bit of it. But you can see the similarities. Speakers on the side right there. So those are the speakers on the side of the headset. Same way with the Quest 2. You got speakers on the side. Nice. That's got like, I just love comfortable wise. This feels like light as a feather on your face, and I love it. For me, since you can't adjust the screen like this one, like slide it, I have to keep adjusting my headset to line up with my eyes because my eyes are kind of a little wide. So things might get a little blurry for me. So that might be a little downfall for some people, but you can still play it. You just have to try to adjust the headset on your head. Next, this thing, okay, so both of these models, both of these right here are 128 gigabytes. This is the 128 gigabyte version, and this one is the 128 gigabyte version. But what I love about this, they have different models of this one. It's like 64, 128, and then 256, and that's it. 128 is plenty for this headset. But say if you want to go more storage, Pico Neo 2 right here, not only it's internal with 128 gigabytes, but it also has a TF card where you can upgrade the storage to more. Yes, you can upgrade the storage on this guy where you can't on the Quest. That's just crazy. And again, this is the China's version of them competing to the Quest. You got headphone jack, 3.5, volume up and down. The mic is right there. Okay. On the side here, very interesting. I never really tested these out, but I'm assuming this is the Pico Neo symbol of going back home or something. We also have another symbol here and another button there. I'll figure out what those are when I mess around with it. But yeah, those are just, I just wanted to do a video. I know it's not like the greatest out here, but I just wanted to do a video compared to the Pico Neo 2 to the Oculus Quest 2. And this guy, like I said, is like their version to the Quest. So it's very similar when you're in the headset. This still does hand tracking. You can hand track with your hands, so you don't have to have the controllers if you don't want. Same with this, you can do hand tracking. Obviously, this one's going to be better because it's got more cameras to track, but this one still does it. It also has a pass-through where you can see where you're going. They're both still in black and white, but they have a pass-through where you can be able to see a mixed reality to see where you're going in case you like, oh, where am I at? And you can just check and it will show exactly where you're at through the cameras. The buttons, you got analog, X, Y, and then I think this is like a pause button. You got your home button, and then you have the main like grab button and your trigger. So that is, and both of these controllers are Type C chargers. Same for the left. Same setup, Type C charger. The Quest, X, Y, analog, push down, the pause, grab, trigger. Like, so it's pretty much the same setup. Now I'm going to turn both of these guys on. So I turn that one on. I'm going to do this one, turn it on. And you got to hold that one a little bit longer, but it turns on, lights up blue. So I'm going to try my best to try to record some footage of the home screens and stuff. They're very similar. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm in the Quest 2, and this is what I'm seeing right now. So you see me holding the touch controllers, and remember I was talking about the infrared technology that the touch controllers use. I'm not pushing down on the buttons, but it can detect when my fingers are laying on the buttons. So as you see, they're working right here. I can just place my finger, not pushing it, but place my finger, and it detects when my finger is nearby the buttons. That is something the Pico Neo 2 cannot do. But they both use two different technologies. Right here you can see my avatar and the mirror, and you can create your avatar, edit, however. But this is your pretty much your meta home. I can move freely wherever I want. You can't do that in the Pico Neo 2. Settings, there is way more settings than the Pico Neo 2, way more. So you got like such as system settings, personalized, physical space settings, hand tracking settings, voice commands, so on, etc., etc., etc. You can do a lot. So display 120 hertz refresh rate is really smooth. Sometimes when you're recording, it may lag in some games. So it just depends what you're doing. It can lag. Pass through, that is basically where you can turn on pass through to see the real reality, and it's through a black and white screen. The Pico Neo 2 can do it too, but it just lets you know where you're at in the real world, so you're not running into things. So that's nice. Here is my home. This is what my home's looking like right now. So I can change this if I want, and I'll show you guys that here in a sec. This is my home, my menus. They still update the Quest 2 because it's still pretty new. Since the Quest 3 came out, why wouldn't they support the Quest 2? I don't know about the Pico Neo 2, but they still update it where they have where you can watch videos while you're in the pass-through mode. They have it where now they have outlines. It draws an outline in purple when you get close to an object, not the boundary thing like the Pico Neo 2 does and the Quest 2 does. The boundary thing just lets you know when you're getting out of your play space. This, it lets you know that when someone walks nearby you or you get close to an object, it actually highlights the object. So that's pretty cool. These are my home menus that I can pick through, like my themes. So since like winter is like around the corner, we'll pick a winter. So Winter's Lodge, and as you see, like this is more cool for people that just want to enjoy the sceneries. I can move around wherever. Okay, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It makes you really feel at home. One thing I do love, I mean, there's so much I love about the Quest, but comfortability can be pretty hard. Like I said, it's front heavy, where the Pico Neo 2 is light. But what I love about the Quest 2, if you place down the touch controllers, and I don't think the Pico Neo 2 can do this, it can detect hand tracking, and that is where the 4 cameras come in place. As long as it can see your hands, you can see right here, it is tracking my actual movement with my fingers. So I'm moving my fingers freely. I can do whatever.
Like you can see, I'm doing that, testing all my fingers. It is tracking it very well. I can even give you the freaking bird, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Um, you the free movement in Quest 2 is so much more better. I can navigate the menu by pinching my fingers. Um, so it's really nice, really nice. Another cool thing, I can have my screen big like this, like a theater, or I can make it like a little tablet and actually touch the tablet and use it like a little screen with my fingers. So you see I'm picking through the different themes with my fingers. It's really nice. I can scroll it. So it's really convenient, really cool of the technology that's in the Quest. So much more powerful than the Pico Neo 2. Um, but it has its cons too. It has its pros and cons, and so does the Pico Neo 2. There's so much more better games, more triple A games on the Quest 2. So you're gonna have more games and more triple A games on the Quest. Alright guys, so this is the Pico Neo 2 home menu screen. And as you can see, it kind of gives you like that similarity of the Quest. So you can see I can look around freely wherever I want. It's really nice. So the graphics look pretty cool in this as well. As you see, as I walk out, you can see the boundary lines. That's letting me know that I'm getting out of my play area. So you can adjust that to your likings. The backgrounds, you can change the themes like that, and that's how you change the backgrounds. It's pretty cool. So, but you can't move around or anything. I don't think there's no hand tracking, but it's really nice. The store has some games on there. There's not a whole lot of games supported that the Quest 2 has. The Quest 2 has just like way more games, more AAA games. But the Pico Neo 2 still has some pretty cool games you can get from the Chinese store. And like I said, it's all in English, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. Um, it being in a different language, you can adjust the settings and all that. There's not a whole lot of settings. The only settings there is like display, and then the Wi-Fi, and a little bit of adjusting the boundary settings and the tracking settings. And that's literally it. That's literally it for the settings for the Pico Neo 2. But there's still some cool things I want to show you that it can do. I guess I didn't know about it, or just they couldn't get a lot of developers to down like get games. But there's some good stuff. Super Hot is definitely a good one, big major one. Exorcist, that's a good one. Um, but you're not gonna get like huge major games. But there is some good games on here, so just keep that in mind. Um, let's see. Let's keep browsing. Let's keep browsing. That's a good one. Oh, you got some nice horror games. Really nice horror games. Headset. So obviously connected to Wi-Fi. These are the controllers. They're connected. You can see the controllers. The controllers ain't bad. Like they respond to my movement. You see. Oh, and it has the barrier. If you get close to a barrier, boom. So it's still got the barrier. Lets you know, like, hey, you're going outside your barrier that you set up, and it's the same thing. You draw a line on the floor to adjust to your playroom, and then it will detect you're getting close. So it still does the same for that. Bluetooth mode, okay, you can connect to Bluetooth. We'll turn that off just to save on battery. The batteries for these, by the way, they're not the greatest. The Pico Neo 2 is like on pretty much like the same as the Quest 2. The batteries on these do suck and they do drain, but it all depends on your settings. The higher the brightest, the more it's going to kill your battery. So just keep that in mind. It has a battery saver, so you can put that on to help it a little more. Or if you want max performance, you can do that. General, so we can do app management. Okay, language, time, screencast and screen recording, which we can do 1080p of screen recording. out of a single eye. UI optimization, play boundary. That is where you adjust the floor. You can set it to large room. Okay, and storage here, and that's pretty much it. So you have less settings on the Pico Neo 2 compared to the Quest 2, but it's still pretty cool. All right, file manager. Um, it's got like some video on here. Watch videos. It puts you in like a theater, so you can, which is pretty cool. Gives you like that theater experience. This is in apparently 4K video, so that's nice. You can change. Yep, you can change. I don't like that. That just looks like they glued a picture. It's like you're just in a picture. The cinema is definitely the more. You can adjust the back seat, front seat, middle. So yeah, let's see how well it handles. So we're in the headset. All right, let's do it. So we're just gonna do a quick demo of how this runs. Speakers on this get pretty loud, which is nice. Ooh.
You have it, guys. The Pico Neo 2 is a really good beginner headset. The Quest 2 is a beginner headset, but it's more advanced, more powerful. But the Pico Neo 2, like I said, has its pros and cons. It has its pros over the Quest 2, and the Quest 2 has its pros over the Pico Neo 2. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that the way I had to record the video for the Pico Neo 2, it actually does screen record, and there's no way to send it to your phone. So the only way to be able, when you do capture videos in this, the only way to be able to do that is either stick it in a SD card, TF card right there, or you can plug in a you can plug it into the computer and transfer the files that way. The Quest 2 is easy because it's by Facebook, so I can just literally send it to my messenger or send it to my phone through the Meta Quest app. So it's easy to be able to actually get the video. This one, like I said, you have to transfer it through a computer or save it in a TF card. So that's the only way you can be able to. And I didn't want to do all that, so I just took my phone up to the screen and just recorded it off my phone that way. So if you've seen the lines going through, that was just because I had my phone as close as possible to the actual screen, and it, you know, so it actually looks a lot better when you're in the headset. So this is my gift to Galen. Enjoy, man. Let's just say I got it on Black Friday.
Oh, is this the Model 2 VR?
It's pretty much the Quest 2, but that is the China version of it.
So this is like a
The Oculus Quest 2.
Oculus Quest 2.
Yep. And I've played it. It's like legit like a copy of it. It's just China's version of it. So that one's called the Pico Neo 2.
But does it like play the same games as the Oculus Quest?
It has yeah.
Nice.
If you just, as long as you don't mind a China store, the store on it's like China, you know, because
so
it's
long as I can read
you can read it, yeah. But it's just China store where the Quest is like North America store.
And China has different sensors than America. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they don't censor at all,
Mm-hmm.
just like Japan. But nice.
It's all wireless, so you just put it on and you play wherever.
It's pretty.
But I recommend don't be going outside with it. They do say to avoid direct sunlight because it can burn an image because it's got cameras on the outside of it. That's how it tracks where it knows you're going.
Nice. I might try this.
I already fully
Soon.
charged it.
Might try this soon.
And pretty and sleek.
Yeah, it really is.
So is your mind blown?
Yeah, I did not see that coming. I'm gonna need to get another small
Well-
container to store it.
Well, listen, the fact we were talking about VR, so like I was hinting around.
And I still didn't see it. It really is.
Yeah, now you don't have to worry about wires. The charger's Type C. There's a Type C charger in there. The controller's charged by Type C as well. But I'm sure you got extras to charge
I do.
those. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Be sure to hit that notification bell if you enjoy videos like this. I have other videos that are like this, pretty much review videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, I'm out this thing. I know my hair's a mess. Peace.